We're live. Hey,
Hello.
welcome to Cuts. It's a wrap brought to you by I'm Amanda,
I'm
my
Antonia.
sister Antonia, and we're just here to give you the our updates and our insights into Ready to Love DC season 5, I think. So, welcome. Thank you for just joining us on our journey as we give our insights into all of the episodes or whatever. So, anyway, so we gonna get into it because last episode was a doozy. We got on our PJs because
Oh yeah, it's sleepy time. Bedtime.
it's bedtime.
And then usually we do our podcast right away, but feeling under the weather, so you know how that goes. It's life.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get into it. This episode we actually titled "Pick Up Those Feelings."
Pick up
your feelings.
Pick it all up.
Everybody was in their feelings this episode. It started off with last episode it ended with Cornelius and Camille meeting and Zodia and Naeem meeting because they during their guys' eliminations, and then it came back to Cornelius is being eliminated and Camille's boohooing crying, being very dramatic and
extremely dramatic.
He got eliminated. He was like, oh, he really had his attitude's just really constant. I don't really get anything. I can't really gauge what his personality is. But anyway, I can't give a feel. But Camille eliminated herself as well because if Boo goes, she gonna go too.
Exactly. And that's how I always thought it should be. I was like, if that's your only connection, if your boo is gonna go, you need to go too. Because ain't nobody else linking up with Cornelius but you.
And he also said his biggest regret was having no connection with the other ladies. That's your fault. You ain't had no. You just didn't want to talk to anybody. So Shiloh just trying to keep her bid in. Shiloh and Phil, they had a little. They was making chicken, putting chicken in the oven and whatnot. It went to that, and then Shiloh played a game with Phil. How do you feel about Shiloh and Phil's connection now after that game or his interaction with Shiloh?
Shiloh. I feel like Shiloh is way more into Phil than he is into her. Like I feel like he's still on the fence, but she has like she's in it. She's in it to win it for Phil.
She also admitted that she cares about him deeply.
Yep.
And that's her strong connection.
Yep. And she also has like a very motherly vibe to her. Like she comes off to Phil as like, okay, what are you gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about that? So it just comes off as very motherly. So I don't know if Phil is feeling that part.
Yeah. And then that's her only connection. She messed up when she took away Tyrone.
Like I thought her and Tyrone were solid. Tyrone was like, I would marry Shiloh tomorrow. I would marry her today. And when she got eliminated, when she had to eliminate Tyrone, she started crying. So I just feel like it was like a more of a connection with them. Yeah.
I feel like she thought it was too soon. So she was like, nah.
Yeah. But don't doubt if it's not too soon.
Okay, so let's move on to Dante and Aisha. They had a conversation just to follow up about that outburst at the dinner table. Their conversation was nice. Everyone seemed nice. He knows how to make her soft and vulnerable. And for Black women, we need that. Kind of let our guard down and just be a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Be a woman, a female.
But I still don't really feel their chemistry.
I don't either. I just, period. And I don't even want to add anything else. I don't feel that connection.
Yeah, I think it's just they don't have any other. It's like your options are limited, so I'm just going to stick with you. I'm going to stick beside them. I don't really see too much of their chemistry.
Mhm.
However, I did see Dante. This is the most I've seen Dante talk this whole episode.
Which
He was very vocal.
you was talking about how he talk or whatever. I could not get over how he talked. I didn't even notice until you said it probably like two reviews ago. When you talking about how he talk, he does talk with a lisp and
He do sound like Mike Tyson.
It's very distracting. It's so distracting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's his beard in a way, but I was just like, yo.
Yeah, this one was pretty quick. How about Frank? I say Surface Frank and Moomin. So Frank doesn't give me anything, but they went on a date. So transitioning them walking down the monument, just
and he given like a history lesson of Martin Luther King doing his "I Have a Dream" speech or whatever. Everybody knows Martin Luther King did his "I Have a Dream" speech at the Reflecting Pool. Okay, so I don't know why Moomin is acting like she just learning this for the first time.
If she is, I worry about you.
I worry about that.
And is her name Moonin or Moomin? Moomin, because he called her Moomin. He said Moomin.
Oh, I thought it was Moomin.
I thought so too. He don't know her name, so I'm gonna need you to learn
get the girl together.
Name you talking to.
Learn your girl name.
So Moonin said that she chose Frank. Let Frank know during their little date, and he said, you know, I have feelings for you, but also feelings for Sydney. Moomin just kicked Walter to the side. I think they would have worked out, but Moomin was in her feelings. I think she really liked Walter. That's why she reacted that way. She just didn't know how to articulate that.
I really think she had a thing for Walter, or Walter was her strongest connection, but she really let that get into, or like just seeing him be with Sabrina, I felt like she let that seep into her security. So it made her insecure, just seeing him with another woman.
All right, that's deep. All right, Ayala. TV. I guess you just gotta hit the volume. There you go. Okay. Excuse me. See, this is not edited. It's super live. So anyway, she said Moon's committed to Frank, so she made her connection. That's it. Now Dante and Zodia goes on a date. That interaction, it was funny because when Zodia came to the date, Dante was like, "Hey, what's up?" He said it like, "What's up, homie?" or "What's going on, Joe?"
Yes,
like,
he came in there already ready to put her in the friend zone, basically.
And Zodia was in her
feelings. Don't leave no pieces.
She felt abandoned. Zodia said, "I felt abandoned," and she
unprotected.
Yeah, she did not feel like, you know, Dante gave Aisha a little back massage or whatever, and she was giving Aisha all this attention, and she felt like she wasn't getting no attention at when they had their little going away or whatever. So she felt some type of way about that. But I think Dante already checked out just by her personality and her energy at the place. And it was a little heavy. So, and then when she came to the restaurant, it was a little guarded. She was a little guarded. Yeah. But how you feel like, do you feel like Dante communicated to Zodia of the reason, like his reasoning behind him, like talking to Aisha instead of her?
I think they both needed help with their communication. I feel like Zodia should have been more vocal in the beginning that I really have feelings for you. I like you. Like just being more vocal with her feelings. And I feel like Dante needed to be more vocal about his feelings. Because I feel like Dante really was feeling Zodia. Before the retreat, before he hooked up with Aisha, I feel like Zodia was like his number one. But when he went there, Zodia was like pulling back a little bit because I remember him going to her room and was like, "Hey, I'm here, da da da. We in this retreat," and she didn't even make eye contact with him. She was just unpacking, like, oh, "Okay, that's nice." So she was doing her playing hard to get mode or whatever. I don't know what she was doing, And so he was like, okay, so he went away. So I feel like that was probably like a stream of like rejection or like a feeling of rejection for him. And that led him to go towards Aisha because Aisha was just like open and ready. So I don't know. I feel like that was the moment that led Dante to just like go astray. And Zodia can't figure out, okay, I thought we was cool. Why are you going towards Aisha? Like she can't figure out why he went there. But literally you pushed him there because you was on this playing hard to get mode. So I feel like playing hard to get is cool in dating, but it comes a time when you have to know when to not play hard to get, when to pull back a little bit. So I feel like she missed that moment when to pull back.
Yeah. And she also told him too late. Like when she left, okay, you had your exit and then you come back and you put your hand in his face.
Yes, during that time when they was, going through their little spiel.
That was very aggressive.
Yeah. And that was off some disrespect mode. But his hand in his face and he said she put her hand on my nose.
Like boundaries, ma'am.
Respect the boundaries.
No boundaries. Like that was very uncalled for. It looked like you seem like you have a temper. And I don't know what you'll do in a relationship. And then I think I don't know. And then she called Aisha dense and dumb.
Yeah. So she also said, okay, so you can go with that girl, go with Aisha, who's dense and dumb. And I thought, this is between you and Dante. Don't bring Aisha into it because she ain't got nothing to do with this. Okay? It's just y'all two. So so I feel like she definitely lost points with that.
Oh yeah, that's what she got eliminated.
With her composure.
So then we moved on to Sabrina and Walter at their date. How do you feel about their date?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it was a spark between Sabrina and Walter, but now I'm looking like I think now she's second fiddle because I feel like Walter kind of was really feeling Moomin, but their communication they had a miscommunication mishap, so now they're going their separate ways. So he's coming back to Sabrina.
And mind you, Walter made a whole song with Moomin. Like
they connected on
that's the energy level,
Mm-hmm.
To make some music for somebody. That's a beautiful thing,
Yeah. So both of them playing chicken, Moomin and Walter. I think both of them really like each other, but they're like their pride won't let them be like, "Hey, I'm really feeling you. I like you. Let's start over." And now he's going back to Sabrina. I think Sabrina's very surface. I don't really know. I don't know. Sabrina gives me something. There's something. I just can't really put my finger on it. I think it just lost me when her friends were being really mean to Sean that time. So I feel like birds of a feather. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead. No more with Walter? Okay.
Yeah, I just thought that their date was very surface, like you said, and very of course what we were shown. I just felt like it was very surface. I didn't feel any vibes, no connection or anything. So I felt that it was forced. Really. Because they went to a what is it? They went to dinner or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, come sit beside me." And I feel like that date was about the food because I was looking at the food the whole time, like, damn, where they at? Is that Japanese? What kind of food is that? So that's what I was thinking about. I didn't really see the chemistry. I didn't see the love. I didn't see the connection. None of that. So anyway, you said Walter is full of shit. Why you say that?
Yeah, Walter's a playboy. He just give me that vibe.
Playboy
He's all talk.
Yeah. I feel like even though I was down for when Walter first came on the scene and he spilled his tea about, he was married and his wife passed and he couldn't have that connection with his wife. And I felt that. And I felt that was super sad and like a trauma to go through. Like it's very traumatic to go through. And the fact that it happened 14 years ago?
Was it 14? It was a long time.
A while ago. So I want to know, what's his process of healing through that? How are you? I want to know how you healing through that, or is that the story? I don't even want to say that's the story that you're telling to get get GTD to get the draws. But I just really want to know your healing process because that's very traumatic. And how are you working through that? And how are you looking for love? So that's always been my thing. I always thought he was cool, but I always thought what's your healing process through that?
Real talk. But you know who had a really good date?
What?
Sydney and
Phil.
I wrote best date ever.
That's what TV is made for. I love to see Black people in love, looking cute, and just loving on each other. And that is the vibe that I got from Sydney and Phil's date. That is what this show has been missing. We need more of that. We need more.
More love, more romance.
It was romance, flirty, all of that. All of that. Everything you just said. I'm just repeating everything you're saying.
They had a healthy, good conversation.
Exactly.
Good transparency. They both was flirty, lighthearted. It was really cute and refreshing to see.
It was. Yep.
I don't have nothing else to say.
But their date was cute. All I can say is Phil opened up about his mom. Him having a regret, saying that him and his mom. First, I love that Phil said that him and his mom were like best friends. And then she passed, and he regret not giving her grandkids before she passed or whatever. So I would like to unpack that. Okay, why didn't you give her grandkids? Because you fine, and why?
Maybe he wasn't in a relationship.
Well, maybe I wasn't ready for that. Maybe I'm ready now.
You're not gonna have with anybody. That's somebody you have for the rest of your life.
Exactly. But I like that he reflected on that, and I loved how I love how Sydney was very flirty. He makes me feel girly. Like she was in her girly mode, and he was in his, masculine mode. It was just beautiful to see. I can go on and on about that date.
It was a really cute date. I like them every time they get on the screen together. It's cute.
They definitely have chemistry. Definitely.
Yeah, bro, he looked like he about to eat her up. The date was fire. It was nice.
Right. He would put her on his table and stuff her with a biscuit, and I loved it.
I said, new girl came in swinging. All right, so so we had deliberations. It was between first of all, let me say Tommy can speak guy. He speaks guy for the guys. Like he knows how to talk to them. He's relatable to them. They really do need somebody for the women who actually speaks for the women because they do. The women, they still didn't really squash the beef that they had previously when it was like at the dinner table and they wanted to kind of have a circle about it, but Tommy just shut it down. It's like, okay, so who y'all eliminating? It's like he doesn't speak woman. So I really feel like they need to have another woman. I mean, with another co-host, which is a woman.
Mm-hmm. A woman who's experienced and that can loves other women.
Ladies.
Yep.
I think so because he does this episode he did a really good job, especially when he said when the girl Zodia put her hands on what's his name, Dante face, and he was like, okay, look at this, it could be a pattern, blah 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 blah, talking to the guy. But yeah, they really need.
Yeah, they need somebody because it's a lot in this season with the women that they need to unpack. And just to help somebody just sift through.
Not these, we keep having these girl beefs. We need to have a woman come in
and it's funny. Hey. I've never seen any girl beefs as much as I've seen on this season.
Back and forth, tit tat. Usually the girls used to be kind of tight a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, so they decided the two that was. They went on a date to decide if they're ready to love or not ready to love with Moomin and Zodia. Walter talked to Moomin. How do you feel like? Did you think they kind of settled their miscommunication? And do you when they had on their date?
I just feel like I love Moomin. I've always loved Moomin, but that one, like Moomin, just like came out of character. Like she was really giving me drama, um, really in her feelings about Walter, or just Walter just having, you know, another date or whatever. So I was like, man, it's not the Moomin that I was getting at first, but there's different layers to people or whatever. But that just took me aback about Moomin because I always thought she was, very zen and centered.
Yeah, she wasn't zen.
She wasn't giving me centered. She wasn't giving me like she had it together. Like she had a lot on her mind on that date.
Yeah, she looked out of character or just a little, uneasy.
Yeah, and I want to know why. Like, and if it's because she really was feeling Walter, I feel like she should have just said that. Like,
Be honest.
I'm feeling you, and that's probably why I'm acting like. Because when you like somebody, you just sometimes you act stupid.
Walter should have just grabbed her and gave her a kiss. Like,
crazy in love, yes. I wish Walter would have done that because I feel like Walter really likes Moomin too, and he's taken aback about how she's responding to him. So, anyway.
Mm-hmm. So in the end, Zodia gets eliminated. Phil talks to her. Zodia came in her best dress. She says it was her best outfit out her closet. And she got eliminated. What did you call it, Amanda?
I felt like I don't really be talking about how people be dressing or whatever because that's not my business. But Zodia's outfit looked like Destiny's Child. This is the remix. Woo! Radio. 95. No. That's what it was giving me. It was giving me no. When it's really yeah. Because it was this leather top with the little
girl. She said that was her hottest outfit.
But anyway, it looked good on you. I couldn't wear it.
And I'm all women.
But it definitely looked good on you.
Zodia. Women in power. I'm all about women. But Zodia is a mean girl. And she... And I think I'm glad that she did get eliminated because she needs some humble pie. She just, I don't know.
She does. I mean, I agree. She's a mean girl on the low. I don't like how she came for Aisha. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want somebody dumb and blah blah blah.
Aisha didn't do nothing to you.
That's not the nature of the show. Like women don't be coming for other women on Ready to Love. So me hearing her say that took me aback. Like, oh, we not about that. We not about to throw another woman under the rug. Because a dude don't want to be with you. So
you
feeling, don't need no. So so sis, pick up your feelings.
And I need somebody else because Dante don't want you. Oop. All right. So that is the end of It's a Wrap.
It's a wrap. Thanks for joining us.
Like and subscribe, please. Thanks.
Yeah. We had to do a lot to do this episode right here.
We pushed through. Good job.
You did a good job.